So this is the very first video that I'm recording regarding careers advice, and it's come about from, well, my day job as a career consultant, pretty much, getting repeatedly asked the same questions from students about careers related topics and their career planning and things that they struggle with, and is barriers for them. So one of the questions that I had today was about cover letters. So of course, cover letters and CVs is, the traditional recruitment practice used by employers, and it's not something we're born knowing how to do, writing a cover letter or a CV. I mean, it's a skill in itself. You can come through a whole 4-year degree and a master's and a PhD and still not really be sure how to write a cover letter and CV. So this is why my profession exists, where and it's not only from my professional training and professional experiences, my personal experience as well, where I've had to apply for jobs, numerous jobs over the years, internationally as well, and understanding how to write a cover letter has been part of my personal journey, as well as now how I support other people at different stages of how to write theirs. So, top tips for cover letters, I thought would be a good start with my um, with my videos. And I think the question that I had today from a final year student was about whether or not you should submit a cover letter along with your CV if it's not asked for. And the short answer is yes. I would say that any employer would value the extra effort that you've gone to and appreciate that you've taken the time to submit a cover letter with your CV. I have a phrase that I use with students that a CV without, or a cover letter without a CV is like a burger without a bun. I know some people do have burgers without buns these days, but it's not, it doesn't quite work, does it? So in terms of cover letters, what should you include in them? How to approach them. I'm not gonna show you examples of cover letters because I think the people watching this, and I think everyone, is more than capable of writing a cover letter once you know what is expected of you and what approach to take. Um, it'll be much easier. So first thing is thinking about okay, taking a step back. What is the purpose of a cover letter? Well, the purpose is to demonstrate your motivation for working for a specific company or a role or anything, that whatever you're applying for. It's to demonstrate your why. So why are you applying for that role? And this is where it's very important that you are genuinely, authentically applying for roles that you really do want. And because be careful what you wish for, and also it's going to be much easier to write a cover letter for a job that you want to get, or a placement or an internship, rather than just willy-nilly applying for anything and everything. So that is key. So your motivation. So how are you going to get across your motivation? Cover letter is what it says. It's a letter, and it's addressed to an employer. And 4 paragraphs is more than enough. So your motivation and your why needs to come out in the first paragraph. Don't leave that till the 3rd or 4th paragraph, which is often what people do. And I would instantly actually look at that, and actually probably switching your 3rd or 4th paragraph to the first is often a lot more effective for getting you noticed and encouraging them to read through the rest of it. So first paragraph, why you're applying for that organization, why that role, and why you. What are you going to contribute? What are you going to bring? So staying away from phrases like, I can work well as part of a team and by myself, and I really want to get this opportunity so I can develop my skills. It's all about you, but you need to make it about them as well. What are they going to get out of you? It's not just about what you're going to get out of them. So understanding that it's a two-way process is pertinent, really pertinent. And then, going into a bit more detail about your skills, your experience. So your CV has already outlined your name, your details, where you've worked, and what your degree's in. So don't duplicate that in your cover letter. Cover letter should elaborate on that information. So if you said that you have worked part-time in hospitality, in a bar, say, for example, throughout your degree, in your cover letter, you can mention that. And you can mention about difficult situation that you've faced, or what you've learned overall about working in a bar. It's a fast-paced environment, you're dealing with the general public, you know, it shows communication skills, adaptability, time management skills, to be working part-time alongside your degree, all those looking at the bigger picture again, and showing that you've reflected and you understand how valuable that is to your journey. And you know, a lot of students say, oh, it's just a part-time job, but it's not relevant, so you know, they leave it out. Be very careful what you're leaving out of your CV and your cover letter. It's how you value your experience is what's going to encourage them to value it. So yeah, elaborating on your skills and your experience and reflecting on them is the second thing. And the third thing that I would say is being authentic and being real about really showing that you understand yourself, your personal attributes, your own journey up until now. If you're an international student, this is a fantastic, you know, opportunity to talk about your adaptability to different cultures and how you have understood different social and cultural environments, how you can speak different languages, communicate with different people. So use that, you know, as a unique thing about yourself, because that is again what they want to see, and they want to know about you as a whole person. So don't be scared to talk about your personal attributes, your journey up until now, what you know, what is going to set you apart. But again, you need to know what that is. So those are three things. So really to recap on those three things. First thing is your motivation and being real with that. Why that company? Why that organization? Why that specific role? And what you have to contribute. So that should be in your first paragraph. Then elaborating on your skills and your knowledge, your experience, and not only experience related to that industry, but your wider experience, and showing that you've reflected and you understand you're a holistic being and your overall learning and transferable skills that you can bring. And then just being authentic about your personal journey, your personal attributes, what you have to contribute as well. And yeah, I mean, there's lots of websites where you can go on and it'll give you templates and it'll give you samples, cover letters. But if you have the bare bones, you put the groundwork in, you put the effort in, you know, it's just tweaking it when it comes down to sending it to specific employers and recruiters. If you would like more information on a cover letter, you can contact me for individual support and feedback and guidance on that. But I hope that in this video, at least, it's encouraging you to take a bit of a step back and understand the purpose of cover letters from the employer's point of view as well as your own, and inspires and motivates you to kind of reconceptualize what it is and really think and consider your motivation. And yeah, that's pretty much my first video done on cover letters. So thanks very much, and watch this space for more videos. I hope you found it helpful, and take care.